What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Ravens Week 10 preview as my 5-3 Cleveland Browns are back on the road this week as they head up to the Northeast, Baltimore, Maryland, M&T Bank Stadium to face off against the AFC North leading 7-2 Baltimore Ravens, who, of course, are coming off an absolute mauling of the Seattle Seahawks last week. And of course, we all saw what the Browns did to the Cardinals. I mean, we pitched our first shutout in what, 251 games? Yeah, that's crazy, right? That was the first shutout since 2007. And for those wondering what game that was the Blizzard game against the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, that game was ugly. Now, what we just saw from the Browns defense was what I would call a masterclass, right? They made life very miserable for the rookie, and they held the Cardinals offense to a meager, what, 58 total yards? Not too bad, right? Now, what I need to see is the Browns carry that energy into this week because we're going from facing little old Clayton Tune, right, to Lamar Jackson. And I know those guys in that locker room in Berea, Ohio, remember what Lamar and company did to them back in week 4. I know they've had this game circled ever since that game ended. Now, I could easily come out here and make all kinds of excuses, the biggest one being, oh, we didn't have Deshaun Watson in that game. Doesn't really matter, next man up. For all we know, DTR could have went out there and cooked the Ravens. But no, it went about as bad as you could have imagined. The offense practically didn't even show up. They left the defense out to dry. I mean, the Ravens dominated that game from opening kickoff. And I know those guys in that locker room remember that. And they're going to try and go out there and get that sweet, sweet revenge. And also avoid the dreaded sweep. Because right now, you look at the AFC North, you got the Ravens at 7-2, and then you got the Steelers, Browns, and Bungles all tied at 5-3. So all it takes is one team to slip up, and yeah, that makes things very interesting. And hopefully, that team to slip up will be the Ravens. Although, of course, I'm also hoping that the Bungles and Steelers also lose too, right? Because of course we play the Steelers next week. But yeah, when it comes to the Browns, these next 4 games are going to be tough. Not to mention 3 of our next 4 are on the road. So that makes it very tough, especially considering 2 of those are on the road out west. Yeah, they got to go to Denver after they face Pittsburgh at home. And then they got to go to LA to face the Rams. So my guess is they probably won't even come back to Ohio following that Denver game. They might just stay out west. I've seen teams do it. I wouldn't be surprised if we did it. And then after that Rams game, they have 2 straight at home against the Jaguars and the Bears. Then they go to Houston. They come back home for the Jets on, I believe, Thursday Night Football, the last one of the year. And then, of course, they face the Bungles last game of the year on the road. And who knows what kind of ramifications would be involved in that game. I mean, that could be for the division. Heck, maybe both teams have already clinched the division and we get a battle of the backups. You never know. But right now, let's focus on the damn Ratbirds, right? Because, like I said, it's time for revenge, damn it. Right? Go out there and take care of business. It's not going to be easy. I mean, look what the freaking Ravens have done to the last few opponents, especially in the NFC. The Lions and the Seahawks. Yeah. Damn. But as you already know, division games are different. They just mean more, especially because we got to face these bumps twice a year. So it'll be interesting to see how the Browns do in this one, especially because Deshaun will be back. And if he does what he did against the Cardinals, against the Ravens, I think we'll be fine. With that being said, I got no news or anything to pass along. I'm not going to talk about the series history because I already talked about it. So let's get right into my 3 keys to victory. Key number 1, it's simple: contain Lamar in the run game, because that is what absolutely killed us week 4. We could not stop Lamar. We couldn't stop Gus Edwards. We couldn't stop Justice Hill. And then the passing game got going and it was over. Yeah. Like I said, the offense left the defense out to dry. The offense was a practical no show. I mean, you could compare it to like in WWE for any wrestling fans out there. It was supposed to be a 2-on-2 tag team match, but instead it became a 2-on-1 handicap match. That's pretty much what it was. It was a handicap match, right? And yeah, the Browns got eviscerated. So let's hope they go out there and get revenge for what happened, right? But yeah, containing Lamar is going to be tough. Stopping that run game is also going to be tough. But look what we just did to the Cardinals. Cardinals have a solid running game too. It's not no bum ass running game. We did a pretty good job there. If we can stop Lamar in that run game and force them to throw the ball, that would allow our pass rushers to really get in there and wreak havoc like they did against Arizona, where they got 7 sacks. And they could have had more too. That was probably the best game I've seen from our defense as a whole in quite a while. It was fun. Like I've said before, that was like the first legit stress free game I've watched. Maybe all year. I mean, that Titans game, I was stressing out a little bit. I wasn't stressing out at all watching that game on Sunday against the Cards. I wasn't stressing out at all. Once we put up 13 at halftime, I was like, yeah, we got this. The Cardinals ain't moving the ball at all. This. This. Now, as far as this week goes, this game is going to be hella stressful. Yeah, I'm saved up my stress for this week. I'm going to be stressing out because, man, if we do what we did to Arizona, to the Ravens, oh my God, it's going to be fun to watch. But we'll see. It's going to be tough. But I think the Browns can definitely take care of business. Number 2, get Deshaun going. Right? Ease him into it and let that deep ball come to him. Don't try to force anything, right? And hopefully, Jerome Ford can maybe break off some big runs. Maybe we see more of Pierre Strong, which is kind of funny considering Kevin told us that we're going to see him a lot more, and we barely saw him last week. And also, how about we see some Kareem Hunt, huh? Yeah, get him going too. Don't just keep feeding it to Jerome Ford, aka Mr. Sideline, because that dude just loves running to the sidelines. He doesn't run end zone to end zone. He runs sideline to sideline, which is a big no-no, because the quickest way to the end zone is straight ahead. He's trying to take detours and everything. Like, what are you doing, bro? Where you going? You're going the scenic route, bro. Up on the interstate. You'll get there quicker. But yeah, we got to get Deshaun going here. Get that run game going, and then that'll lead to hopefully the passing game opening up. Because Deshaun looked really good against Arizona. Oh, crazy dog, settle down. It was just the Cardinals. Yeah, but you know what? It's the NFL. And that same Cardinals team, granted with a different starting quarterback, beat the Dallas Cowboys. And we went out there and they laid an absolute egg. That was fun. Most fun I've had watching a Browns game in quite a while. But yeah, we got to really get Deshaun going this week. Get him comfortable and then see what happens. Number 3, do what you did last week, right? On defense, wreak havoc, get sacks, get turnovers, right? On offense, get the running game going. Get Deshaun going early, like I've just said. That's key number 2, right? Get the offense going early and maybe we'll have a good game this weekend. It won't be an absolute ass kicking. Now, moving on to my player to watch. I'm going to go a whole unit. I'm going to say the Browns running backs. If our running game gets going early, that'll open up the passing game, and that'll also open up the RPO threat. And we know Deshaun, he can use them legs too. He's as lethal with his legs as he is with his arm. Hopefully they utilize the RPO a little bit too. Really make that defense have to think about what's happening, you know? But just don't become over reliant on the run game because then ain't nothing gonna happen. And also utilize all your running backs. It's what they're there for, right? Don't just go total Jerome Ford because he hasn't been good at all. Utilize a little Kareem Hunt, get Pierre Strong in there, right? A little change of pace, and we'll be good. Now, as far as my prediction goes, y'all already know what I'm going with. I got the Browns winning in a slugfest 28-24. I think we get revenge, we avoid the sweep, and we climb to within, I believe it would be a game. Yeah, because they'd be 7-3, we'd be 6-3, so it'd essentially be a game because they would still have that week 4 beat down against us. But that would just make things even crazier, especially if the Bungles and Steelers win. Oh man, that'd be nuts. But yeah, I got the Browns eking one out 28-24 on the road, and they improved to 6-3 with the Steelers coming to town next week. So we'll see what happens. But that's all I got for you guys. As always, be sure to leave a solid like on the video, subscribe, become a member, and all that other wonderful stuff that I always say in every video. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. Let's get this dub. Let's get sweet, sweet revenge. And let's go to 6-3 on the year. Yeah, this team can definitely go out there and take care of business if they play like they did against Arizona. It's gonna be tough, but I believe in this squad. So let's bounce back from week 4, right? Let's erase the memory of week 4. Let's just erase that out of our minds. All right. Let's get some sweet revenge. Okay. Okay. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns, and I'm out. Bye. Yeah.